Hello, sweet friend. My name is Maika, and in this video, I would like to set up my Hobonichi Cousin with you for 2025. This is going to be my main memory journal, my main creative journal. I'm so very excited. But before I start that on January 1st, I thought it would be kind of nice to bring a little bit of my own personality to these pages, add some cute stickers, lots of cats, of course, and so yeah, make the transition feel a little bit more smooth from an already used book to a new book. This can feel quite stark at the beginning, I feel like. So yeah, this is not necessarily a functional planner setup, but more cute stickers, setting up some lists, those kinds of things. So if that sounds like something fun to you, let's get started. First up is of course the cover, and I quite like this cream color that they have on the full year cousin, and so I'm a little bit tempted to just put one sticker on here and keep it quite minimal. However, I have been really enjoying covering my journals and my notebooks with fabric. I think it is so comforting. There's something very soothing about feeling the softness of the fabric that I have decided to do the same with the cousin, and I picked this wonderful fabric. I feel like the color palette will work well with all seasons next year, and so yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. Wish me luck. And here it is. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I'm glad I did this because I think this looks quite joyful and it's nice to touch, and it already feels so much more like my own book. But now let's get into the interior here. When I glued down the fabric, I decided to glue the first page of the Hobonichi onto this page, so I lost a spread in the beginning, but I don't mind that at all. And so for this spread right here, I thought of putting a little label right here with my contact information, and I have a little box right here of all kinds of cute little labels. Most of these are from Erin Ware, and then some of these are just like Victorian labels that I got from an Etsy printable, and then some of them are my own creations from Cat Collage Club, like this cat right here. So I just have them all in here. I mean, this one could be fun, and then Erin did these recently, so cool. I'll have her Patreon linked below, as well as Cat Collage Club in case you're interested in some cat printables. This one was black and white by Erin, and I one night had just an urge to color it in, so that might be fun. Yeah, let's see here. I love little labels like this, or post-it notes, or things where you can just write into a shape. I don't know why. It just brings me a lot of joy. Let's see if any of these. I think these are the most contenders right here. And I'm leaning towards the colorful, even though this is so fun with the stars. I guess I could color that in too. But let's see right here. And then for this page, I was thinking of having some sort of pocket situation, and I didn't want to really buy sticky pockets. And so I went through my stash and I found some glassine envelopes. And with this one, I just cut off the little flap. And so that makes a cute little glassine pocket. And so I thought I could glue this down because I have here just a little journal prompt card that I made for my Cat Collage Club members, which is based on a YouTube video I did about journaling beyond Dear Diary, just sort of like ideas of what to journal about beyond just the plot of the day or your activities, to sort of switch it up every now and again. Now, I thought that would be quite handy to have in the front of the journal so I can refer back to it. And of course, I always need a little friend, so I thought that might be cute. And so do we go all out on the cats and add another cat? Or do we break it up and go with something not so cat-ish? I mean, that's quite fun. Yeah, let's break it up. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so I need glue. And then I guess I can just put glue. I'm not sure. I've never glued glassine onto anything, so we'll see how that goes. And probably shouldn't be working with the glue on the book, but oops. I feel like this Elmer's glue stick is pretty forgiving anyway. And I guess if I keep it in the area that the glassine envelope is going, then it's gonna be fine. Do you like having pockets in your journals? Or do you always have a cover with pockets on your journal? I guess then you don't really need pockets inside your journal necessarily. I think pockets are quite fun. They're fun to decorate, and I don't know, there's just something about that, isn't it? Where it looks like you're the collector, like just little bits and pieces sticking in pockets. Why is that so satisfying? I don't know. Okay, now this looks horrendous. But this purple color is going to go away, or it should anyway. It's just supposed to help you see where you put the glue, and so that should go away with time. All right. Yeah, I'm very curious to see if this glassine is going to be sturdy enough. I mean, I don't take them out that often, so I would assume that that's fine. And then I guess we could also decorate this little corner here with a sticker. That might be fun. Let's see here. Bring out my trusty sticker book. And let's look for like a little flower. I love this one actually. This is from that, what is it, Pion tape? Or is this ours? I can't quite remember. But of that PET tape, this is my favorite flower because of the colors. That would be nice, right? Or do we go a little bit more solid? Because obviously that might... Because that could be fun too. And we could make a little cluster even. Or some birdies. Birdies are always nice. Or some... This is more Erin Ware. Can't go wrong with some Erin. And then do we do... Maybe we do a butterfly. Let's see here. Can we create a cute little... Oh, that's fun. Let's just do that. Trying not to overthink things. Cute! Alright. That is fun. Okay. And then here we're gonna put this, and then I'm gonna just put my name, and I have started, as in terms of like contact information, I put down my email address just simply because I feel like that's the easiest way. If somebody was to find the book, it seems like the most unintimidating way of reaching out to a stranger to tell them that you found their journal. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't know. Also, I have family in Germany, so I do international travel. And so I feel like with international phone numbers and things like that, I don't know. I just feel like email addresses are great. So yeah, we're going to have that. And then do we also want some floral stickers on this side with it? I definitely want to keep this. Because I covered up the cover with the name Hobonichi, I kind of like that you can see what book it is. I mean, I know what book it is, but you know, you never know who will end up with the book one day. I don't know. It's just kind of fun. Yeah, maybe the squiggles just need to be their squiggles by themselves. That's fine too. Yeah, I feel like maybe flowers with this is a little much. So I'll leave it at that, and things like this can grow over time too. I like that as well. So that's the opening to the book, and again, it's just already so fun. Oh yeah, they might be moving about a little bit. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Yeah, it might be a little too wide, huh? Okay, I'm not doing anything with this for now, or neither do I do anything with these. Honestly, I am not quite sure how I'm gonna use these yet. I might use them as an index if I feel like I'm writing about non-date specific things that I want to reference, so that could be one thing. And then for the monthlies, I am considering doing like a daily doodle. I always like the look of that, and I did that once in my Hobonichi A6, and that was quite fun. So we'll see. Skipping over the weeklies, I'm actually looking for the turning the page to a new year. This one. I thought we could do something with this as well. I am thinking that on this page, I'm going to write a letter to myself about my word of the year, which is focus. I just want to explain to myself why I picked it so that it is front of mind. But then with this page, I figured I wanted to bring a little bit of joy and cozy to the book, things that I enjoy, but there are also certain elements to this that are maybe a little bit like a vision board, a very soft vision board. It's just more like vibes in a way. So some of these things just bring me joy, and some of them have a little bit more. Okay, will you lay flat? And some of it will be a little bit more meaningful. I'm not gonna bore you too much with explaining all my hopes and dreams for the new year. But yeah, this, by the way, this cute little creature, this dog, actually, it's not a creature. This is a wonderful creation, a stuffed animal by the artist Manomine. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'll link her below. She is so wonderful. She makes these beautiful dogs and bears and elephants, and they're just so darling. So they always bring me a lot of joy, but then also I do wish to one day buy one of her little animals. They're just so precious. Whenever she does a shop update, they do sell out right away, which I'm so happy for her. It's just, yeah, they're wonderful, handmade, and I think the fur is made out of mohair. I do want like a little cozy breakfast cat. I think we can never have enough cozy breakfasts in a year. And then I thought I would also put in tea, but maybe not. Or I need to use the smaller versions of the stickers. I have this little weird gap. This in the middle, of course, is a Moomin illustration with everyone sitting together having cake outside, and there's fruit trees. I thought that was really joyful. Well, maybe we can add some like flower stickers or something there. And I guess I could move this down because I'm not going to use that little calendar on the bottom of the page there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. Right, so here is my finished page, and it brings me a lot of joy and comfort, and I think this is gonna be one that I look at often to remind myself what I want and what brings me joy and what is important to me in my life. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how this turned out. Now, while I was sticking all this down, I was thinking, yes, I want to write that letter, and no, I'm not going to have you sit through that. But what I was thinking would be kind of fun is to make a sticker wreath to go around the writing area. I'd done something similar in a previous journal of mine, and I thought this turned out so fun. And yeah, I thought maybe that would be something we could do together here on this page. Just finding some good like florals and yeah, maybe some cats and things like that we can stick down. And I don't know if I want to just, yeah, create sort of like a half circle. That might be nice. Here we have a big flower by Erin Ware. That could be the beginning. And then, can you see? And we have some, of course, some butterflies. This is already sort of going into a half circle, so I guess we can just, why don't we start with that? That might be fun. Yeah, so I don't know whether or not you want to call that other page that I did there a vision board. Let me know what you do with these pages and whether or not you're somebody who finds vision boards or anything like it meaningful, if that helps you. Now, I know we've talked about this new Hobonichi paper and how it performs with fountain pens. It definitely is less forgiving when it comes to repositioning stickers. So I can already notice that it's very hard to pick things back up without destroying the paper and destroying the sticker. So yeah, something's different. And I know they've sort of said that it still passes their quality checks, but I think most people are just a little upset that things have changed and no one told us beforehand. So, oh yeah, I mean, I guess we can also put in one of those cute girl stickers here. These are so charming. I mean, they can be part of a wreath. Doesn't always have to be just flowers. Yeah, she goes perfectly right here. And she's holding a little book, and that can be a book to read or a notebook, so that's kind of fun. Nice. What else do we have? Oh yeah, I have all these samples too of all these cute things. We could put one of those girlies, the Dodolulu girlies in there, and then here we have a snippet of the pion tape with a bird. Yeah, okay. All kinds of things. And then what is in the back here? I don't know. Oh, I have these new sticker sheets. Maybe we can add like a cute little fox or cat. But I think mostly we're gonna focus on the front here with all the flowers and things. Have you ever made like a sticker wreath? It's kind of fun. It's really therapeutic too, I feel like. Can we put in a bird sitting on a breast? No, 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 no. Wow, got lucky there. Like I said, they don't always come up. Okay, let's start with one of these Dodolulu ladies. I always think her illustrations are so charming and whimsical. They're so full of fun. Okay. Maybe she's sort of like hiding down here. If you're new here, you may not know, I am an illustrator, and so I also draw a lot in my journals, but I definitely really enjoy being able to use other people's artwork in my journal in forms of stickers and printables and whatnots, because they use different colors, they use different techniques, and so I'm just able to play in a different way, and it gives me a different kind of input than with my own work, so that's really fun. And for example, with Erin's florals, they're just so gorgeous, and I would never be able to do anything like it, and so that's quite fun to be able to still play around with it. Or, you know, imagine this is a little, I don't know, like a little fairy or a little gnome just hiding in the bushes with the flowers. That's kind of fun. So yeah, I really get a lot out of it, and I do think it influences me in what I then go back to my illustrations with. So that's kind of fun. There's definitely sort of a back and forth, and that's also why I love creative journaling and not just keeping a sketchbook or an illustrated journal because, yeah, it's just a different way of being creative and, yeah, getting different ideas from it and that kind of thing. So that's really fun. So yeah, it's quite nice. Have you found that your stationery influences, for example, like color palettes you feel drawn to, or do you notice different things in other people's artwork through stationery? That's maybe a little bit of a abstract question, but yeah, I'd be curious if you feel like it has an impact on your overall creativity. And yeah, it is such an easy way, right? Like even with something like this, this is still being creative, and it's so fun and relaxing, and it taps into more of that childlike play because we're not having to create all the elements for it, I guess. I definitely want to make sure that I have something going up this way as well. Yeah, we have a lot of yellow all of a sudden here. We're gonna have to maybe balance that out a little bit. Add some yellow over here. What about this? Well, we can fill in this area right there. It's another little person. Or some of these flowers. A butterfly. I thought I have a butterfly somewhere, don't we? That would go really well right here, but that's the one thing about these translucent stickers. They melt in the page perfectly, but they also mean that if you layer stickers over each other, you sometimes end up having all these crisscrossy lines. Oh, okay. That is not gonna move. That's not ideal, but yeah, we have created a little bit of a straight here, so that doesn't... We definitely need to be adding something there. Go this way? Yeah, let's just go for it. That's probably gonna, yeah, it's gonna look really colorful. But I could always, if I find that it's a little too distracting, having so much color on both pages, I could put in a little vellum with something, and then that sort of sections off the two. Okay, I think do kind of feel like I need something there. But not sure what. I also have all of these cute little girlies. She's sitting in a flower. How cute is that? That is so fun. Yeah. I do also need to give myself some space to write. So yeah, maybe I'll leave it at that for now. Yeah. Let me put that over the calendar. Or can I get this off? I feel like that sort of really striking blue, although it's a pretty color. Yeah, see, now I'm pulling off the paper. Wow, really unforgiving. Better make sure we know what we want. Okay, let's put that bird over here, and then maybe that's plenty. And then I could see myself putting my word of the year in big letters up top. Do you do a word of the year, and is that part of your journal setup? Last year I think I didn't really put my word of the year in any of my journals. I kind of feel this flower needs to go too to have more writing space, but yes. I am gonna lose the sticker, unfortunately. But yeah, that's a little bit more writing space, and it calms the color palette down a little bit. Yeah, I didn't have my word of the year prominently anywhere in my journal, and I feel like I lost sight of it a little bit. So this year I want to make a little bit more of an effort of having that places. Yeah, that does, now that I'm looking in the viewfinder of the camera, that is quite busy. So yeah, I might put in like a patterned vellum to section this off and calm this down a little bit. All right, and then we are in January and all the daily pages, which obviously we're gonna wait with for next year. But I did think in terms of what to do with these back note pages. I think you get 4, yeah, well, more than that, but this is already my tester page. I wanted to set up one as a book log, and maybe I'll leave this double page spread to create at the end of the year, I want to create a highlights page with just selected photos and memories. I thought that might be fun. So obviously you can't do that now, but maybe we can decorate this page a little bit to keep a book list on, because there is also, of course, the My 100. Where's that? Here. And usually I use that for my book list, like books I've read. But I think for next year, I want to make this a list of sweetness, of sweet moments that I either see other people in the wild having a sweet interaction, or me and my husband saying something sweet or doing something sweet, or we do something sweet together, or chocolate, anything that is just, that strikes me as sweet. I want to make a log of sweetness, and I think that would be very rewarding to look back on. And yeah, it's just, again, another comforting thing to look at in my journal. So yeah, but that means I need a different book log. And I do know that I have this cool little lettering piece by Erin. Yes, that says books. So we can definitely use that as the header. And then maybe we pair that with some washi. This is a Yohaku washi tape. I've only had this for maybe a week, and it's become my absolute favorite. I'm putting it everywhere. It's just so cute, and I love how it looks with all the things. And I'm obviously gonna have to keep some space for the list, but let's see if we have a cat with books. I mean, I've definitely drawn a lot of cats with books. Yeah, here we have a bunch. Does that go? I don't know if I like the colors together. Here's a cat reading in bed. Or just the small one here on this couch with the pajamas. That's a good reading setup, right? Yeah, maybe we just do the small cat here. Put that down here or up top with the title. I think down in the corner. Maybe we can add some more washi. Or combine her with one of these other book stickers by Erin. She could sit in front of this stack of books. I don't know. I feel like that might be a little much. Maybe I'll just combine her with a flower. That always goes. Or with some of these. What do you think? Am I overthinking this? I think I'm just gonna... This is sort of my go-to collaging. Sort of like a character and a flower in the back. I feel like that pretty much always works. just like that. And then I can just have a running list of books, and then maybe I'll do some star ratings. I've never done my book list with star ratings. Oh, and we have these cute little things. Maybe we can add something. Oh yeah, look, there's a little stack of books. Cute. Look at that. That is so adorable. And does she have a little fishy on her wall? Or a little clock? That could be fun. I don't know if the colors quite go together. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Don't overcomplicate things. It doesn't always have to be all super decked out, does it? Okay, well that is so cute. And then, oh yeah, I guess I'm going to be using these Midori index tabs. I've found them quite useful, and because I am not sure I'm going to put this in a cover, I don't have any bookmarks because the Hobonichi unfortunately doesn't come with bookmarks. So I'm going to have one tab on the monthly, of course, and I'll keep you updated on what I decide on doing with this. If I can get this in there, like so. And then we need another tab on the weekly. Where's the first week? Oh, I'm already in 2026 right there. Where do we have? Is it right here? Yes. First is on a Wednesday. Interesting. So we have the weekly, and the weeklies I've started using as just like a daily log because sometimes my daily pages don't cover everything I did in a day because I focus on other aspects. So I've been really liking having just a complete log of the day. It's quite nice to see the week in that way, and also, yeah, just helpful. And then here is the January 1st, which I'm not gonna tab. I typically just put in my pencil board on the day, so I don't need to tab that. I guess I could tab the book section though, since once I'm done reading, I am gonna reference this quite a bit, and I still have quite a few of these, so yeah, let's tab the book page. What do you use these last pages in your cousin for? Let me know. Quite interested to know. All right, that is it. I'm sorry for the slightly awkward cut there. I'm refilming this final flip through because after I stopped filming yesterday, I kept adding little bits and pieces, and I think you'll enjoy seeing those. So yeah, here we go again. And of course, still loving the addition of the fabric on the cover. It is starting to bow slightly, if you can see that. And I think there's just something happening with the glue and the fabric settling. When I first applied the glue, I had it dry overnight with a stack of books on top of it. So now that that weight is gone, certain things are moving about, but nothing too bad. And I think overall this book will change shape with use anyway, so I'm not too bothered by that. And then in this front page here, I added this envelope, this glassine envelope as a pocket. And yeah, I think overall this is a little too wide as a pocket. Things just keep moving about. So I added a little bit of washi to these elements, to be honest, just to keep them from sliding around too much. And then they're still super easy to take out. They're just stuck in there with a little piece of washi. So yeah, there's that. And by the way, as a tip, I don't actually own a laminating machine. I just use these self-adhesive sheets by Avery that you can use without a laminating machine. And these are great. So if you want to have some fun with laminating things, then you can do so without buying a machine, which is great. And then here I just have that label sticker. This is a printable by Erin Ware that I colored in with colored pencils. And I just added my email address because I think that is the most convenient way. If someone ever found this book somewhere, then yeah, just a convenient way to get in touch with me. So that's fun and practical. Then nothing happening here in the months or in the weeks. That's just tabbed for when I'm ready to journal in here. But then, yeah, here is my, oh, there's the tab coming off. Haven't had that happen before. Here's my, vision board, my comfort page, whatever you want to call it. These are just elements that, bring me a lot of joy, bring me a lot of comfort, and they have certain elements of it are visionary, if you call it that. But yeah, still very happy. But then I did add this piece of paper here because I felt like what was on the opposite page, my little sticker wreath, those two together, I felt like that was getting a little bit much. And because I do enjoy these pages so much, I wanted to really put focus on each of them. So this is just a pattern by Erin Ware printed on, this is tracing paper. And so it has this really cool crinkly feel to it. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, and then here I have this page ready to write a letter to myself about my word of the year, which is going to be focus, so that I can really reflect on what I'm hoping to accomplish with this and keep that front of mind. And yeah, I think the wreath turned out so cute. I did make some subtle changes. So I used whiteout on this little calendar that's down at the bottom of the page. And so I added this little cute little hedgehog here. And then from that same PET tape sample, I also cut out this cute little bee and some more small flowers to add in here and there. And yeah, I think this is so cute and charming and just enough color and whimsy to add to the page, I think. So yeah, that is that. This is, I think, so far my favorite page of this entire book. And then, of course, nothing for the daily pages. That's just ready for journaling. And then on these back pages, you get a couple of note pages. So this is where December stops. Then we have this page here, which I'm still figuring out what I want to do with that. But then on this first double page spread, I added just a little bit of decoration. I want to collect some highlights of the year, some photos, and just, I thought this made it look inviting if I want to go ahead and add anything throughout the year. And then for the books page, I just added a numbered list. I went until 17 now. I'm hoping to read more than 17 books next year, but I think this is gonna get me started. And then I was thinking I could use cute little note papers to keep a list of books to read next. So I have a master to be read list on my notes app, but I could just pick a few for the upcoming month or so that I can see that here. And I just clipped that in because ultimately I am hoping that this page here will also just turn into a books read, continue the list on this page here. So I don't want to put my TBR list on here. So we'll see how this works out. That is something that I've noticed this year, though, is if I don't have my next read picked out, there tends to be bigger gaps between books I've read. So it seems to me that I read more overall if I have my next book picked out. So I'm gonna test this system there. Yeah, and then we just have the pen test page, which probably gets used quite a bit because it is so random which inks the paper allows you to use. And then I did go ahead and add a little decoration to my 100 list. I want to keep a list of sweetness. It's just sweet moments that I witness, or just sweet treats that I eat, just anything that I think falls under the category of sweetness. I just want to have a repository of sweetness down here, and I thought it would be quite nice to have a little bit of color and cute stickers on here. So yeah, excited to fill this out. I think that's going to be quite fun. And then we just have the general back pages that I didn't do anything with. So yeah, I am really excited to get going in this book, and I'm hoping that this will be all fluffy and filled with memories at the end of 2025. That's it. Yeah, thank you so much for keeping me company while setting this up and getting this started, and I hope you have a wonderful day or evening or week. And I see you in the next one. Until then, happy journaling.